the new Parkway Theater, located at 474 24th Street, Oakland, California, where good food, diverse entertainment, and community create a place for everyone. For showtimes and special events, check out www.thenewparkway.com. You are listening to High Score 510, where real talk is our vernacular.
No, she's like, I'm in blackface. I'm fully immersed in this one character that y'all need to know about as I tell you the story of this white man.
She's Teacher of the Year. If she was around me, she'd get a golden apple.
She deserves the Rachel Dolezal.
Because you know what? Instead of teaching the standards, she went above and beyond and said, why? I could give you this. But you know what? Ain't no black kids here. They need to know a black African experience, and I'm going to give it to them. And that's what she said. You know what? I might not got no real black in me, no real black blood in me, but I might got a black dude in me on the weekends. So, you know what? She wins the golden apple from me. And I would pin it, Teacher of the Year, on her shoulder, but she has to be in blackface when I do.
Tell me he didn't just say that.
Wait, what?
Oh, shit.
Already out on bail on rape and sex crime charges.
You didn't even know what it was for?
Was arrested again Monday after he was accused of touching himself in front of a 77-year-old woman, officials said.
I know a lot of people be out to get me because I'm very vulnerable, man. Especially a 7-year trial.
He says it every morning. He calls me nigga. He calls the other kids nigga. He calls himself nigga all the time. Nigga this, nigga that. Nigga please. Bitch nigga. Nigga, have you lost your mind? Nigga, check that hoe. Nigga, you bullshitting. Break yourself, nigga.
Tell me he didn't just say that.
That is one of my favorite Boondocks episodes.
Dude, the original video is even crazier and funnier.
Can I borrow a fry? How
Can you lend a nigga a pencil?
Can you tell me which one's the real one? What's the real one and what's the fake one?
Can a nigga borrow a french fry?
Can you lend a nigga a pencil?
The first one is the one from the Boondocks. Second one is the real one.
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
That's easy.
That was easy. Good. All right.
I'll tell you this.
I got to deal with Aaron chewing on food right now. God damn it.
I'll tell you this. If you don't complain about me eating, I will listen to every second of the show this week. Every second. Because I don't listen to every second. I listen to most of it. Or half. Sometimes 2/3. But I'll listen to every second if you don't complain about me eating today on the show.
Just want you to know, when you eat yogurt, it sounds like you kneading dough. Like you slap.
Sound like turquoise drink, but I eat yogurt.
All right, let's get ready. We're fine. Let's get ready. Hey. So yeah, we got video games. We're talking a little video game culture.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna talk about a couple different things today. We're gonna get into NBA updates. We're gonna get into a whole plethora of things. I'm tired though.
All right, start it up here.
Let's do this. Wait, what we do? We're starting off with what?
I mean, start the show, and then I got the order right here. We getting ready.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hey, shout out to our first sponsor. Should we talk about our first sponsor right now?
Talk about the first sponsor ever.
For our first sponsor ever, we have our very first sponsor, the new Parkway Theater in Oakland, California. They have graciously joined forces with us in this media empire we are building, and are our initial sponsor. So if you want to know anything, you want to enjoy yourself, have a nice day out at a nice economical price and really maximize the bang for your buck, go to the new Parkway. They got a full kitchen, they got lounge seating, and a plethora of movies and film festivals.
Yep.
And a nice mezzanine area where they have karaoke and trivia stuff.
Karaoke night, trivia night,
yeah,
bingo.
Yeah.
Open mic night Monday.
They even have their own kombucha on tap. So, tell my kombucha drinkers out there, sponsorship.
Come on, how's a kombucha drinker always
Man,
Start the show,
if
Jerry.
people spend so much money on kombucha, bro, they got money to spend, bro. I'm trying to get some of that kombucha money. What do you think about that?
I drink kombucha, but I drink it the free sample at Berkeley Bowl.
Hey, shout out to Vegans sponsorship. I'm telling you, man. Shout out to Whole Foods Premier Club members sponsorship.
Shout out to vegans. Thanks to you, there's more chicken on the shelf when I go to the store.
So I can
More
get
chicken,
my bacon.
more pork, more rendered duck fat. I eat it all. Everything you don't eat, I'm eating.
I'm eating. We eating.
Start the show, Jerry.
All right. Hey, Keegan, you got a letter for me?
I like booty.
Oh, letter?
I mean, how do you figure out a letter after hearing that?
Let's go with Jay.
Jay. All right. Janky jigaboos jaunting jubilantly. Django Jumpmans jilted Jehovah's.
I would person said jaw love.
Juju Smith-Schuster. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You are listening to the High Score 510 podcast. You can catch us on Twitter at HighScore510, the Instagram HighScore510, and on the .com at HighScore510. We also have a YouTube page. You can catch our limited content on that, but we predict that you should check us out on Spotify. Look us up at HighScore510. Anywho, we are here with...
This is Aaron Grayson, also known as AG3, coming at you like Rob Kraft invented a time machine and went back to the Angel Island Chinese immigration station. Man, think about the fun he had there.
People are going back to my past, okay? That's exactly what they're doing. They're going back to the past, and they're trying to add all of this stuff now to that, to make all of the stuff that's going on now feels real to people.
But the past is relevant with you with underage girls.
Absolutely no, it's not.
Why?
Because for one, I beat my case.
I beat my case when I was caught.
Dude, he had a magic moment in there, too. I gotta give my boy our magic moment.
This magic moment.
He gets one. It makes it feels reals to them. I absolutely did not.
It shouldn't count as a magic moment when you're defending your own life.
Defend his own life or defending his own lies.
I don't like that. It makes it sound like he's the victim. Like, hey, you clearly took advantage of some people.
He's trying to defend his life, but his lies also he's trying to defend right now.
Hey, you know what? There's two sides to every story. Even in any story, even the bad guy is the hero of his own story.
Hey, that's like, bruh. He said, I beat my case. Meaning, he said, I didn't do none of that. I was falsely accused. He said, I beat that case.
Yeah.
You can't double jeopardy me for that. Because you know I got off when I shouldn't have got off.
Exactly.
So he used those words specifically.
R. Kelly
he knew
is
he
the
did
hero
dirt.
of his own story.
He's gonna be the hero of his own story. He gonna be the Negro who gonna act like he Nelson Mandela up in the prison. He gonna act like a political prisoner. I am a political prisoner. They trying to hold me here without cause. They doing this to me for a reason.
I'm very vulnerable, man.
All right, introduce next.
All right. Oh, and we are also here with.
Oh, my bad. Kiegan, a.k.a. Vince Carter. A.k.a. Nah, that's not Vince Carter. A.k.a. My bad. I thought you was Vince Carter.
I think I got you right here.
Is this it? This is what I got all those ass whoopings for? I had a dream once. It was a dream that little black boys and little black girls would drink from the river of prosperity, freed from the thirst of oppression. But lo and behold, some 4 decades later, what have I found but a bunch of trifling, shiftless, good-for-nothing niggers?
You want to keep going with that one?
No, you can stop there. But that's one of my favorite parts of that show, though.
Because it's actually 1 minute and 45 seconds.
No, go the whole thing.
Hey man, I almost let you play the whole thing. Key, you want the whole thing?
Nah, I'm good. It got you down. That was the point right there.
If you're not gonna play the whole R. Kelly video, you can't play that one.
Usher, Michael Jackson is not a genre of music. BET is the worst thing I've ever seen. That one. Oh snap! A boneless rib sandwich.
Yeah.
What will they come up with next?
What will they come up next? I tried to get the iPod on my iTunes, Mahalia Jackson on my iTunes. Imagine if Martin Luther King was alive today.
It'd be all bad.
It'd be all bad.
All bad.
He would be not in a good place. We would not.
No, he wouldn't be in a good place because you know what? He wasn't working and the church ain't making money like he used to. He'd paying rent. He'd probably have to live with me.
Tell me he didn't just say that.
He'll live with me in the back room.
And my name is Jared, aka DJ Art, with 2 T's for a double dose of that tink tink. The D is silent, so it's just Jart. And my soundbite, I think, is gonna hit a special place for Kiegan. Now that I just, something I've just observed. So, Kiegan, this one's for you. I should have made this one for you, Kiegan, if I had noticed sooner.
This better be good.
Say, would you crackers like to hear about the time we saw the Loch Ness Monster?
No, that's okay.
Oh, must have been about 7-8 years ago. Me and the little lady was out on this boat, you see, all alone at night. When all of a sudden this huge creature, this giant crustacean from the Paleolithic era comes out of the water.
We were so scared, Lord, I remember I jumped up in the boat at that time, and what on earth is that creature?
It stood above it looking down with these big red eyes.
Oh, it was so scary.
And I yelled, I said, "What do you want from us, monster?" And the monster bent down and said, "I need about $350."
The reason why that was the perfect one for Keegan is because I just noticed he has the chef's parents sticker on his computer. And I didn't notice it earlier until I was getting ready to play my soundbite. And I was like, oh, shit, this is perfect for Keegan.
Oh, yeah, you fucked that up.
All right, so the story behind the sticker is that one of my good friends, he actually got it from work for me. And I dressed up as chef for a Halloween party a couple of years back. And he kept on coming to me and was like, "I'm going to need $350." And he was like, "Nah, that's a monster. That monster wanted $350." Dressing up like a schoolgirl, like a Girl Scout cookie. Mm. He was like, "I'm gonna need $350."
$350.
$350.
Nah, man, that was one of the funnier little bits that is very quotable. And I go up to kids sometimes, but I need to go $350, and they're like, "What?" I'm like, $350. You don't know what $350 is?
Aaron, you don't know nothing about that.
Know
You
nothing
gotta watch
about
it.
it.
That's why you gotta check the game out.
Yeah, Aaron.
I was watching American Dad, Family Guy.
That stuff came out way after South Park. South Park has
like at least about 10 years.
It was only 1 year difference between Family Guy and because I went to that film festival in '97. Family Guy might have been out before because it came out that Super Bowl year. Because I remember the day it came out, I got the flu during that Super Bowl. It was Denver beating Atlanta.
I think South Park came out before it. It was definitely I was in middle school when South Park came out, and I remember that for sure. Family Guy came out when I was in high school.
No, Family Guy came out '97. Were you in high school '97?
I was going to high school '97.
So South Park was probably right after. Let's see.
South Park was definitely out before.
Thanks to the world of the internet, we can see what day.
I guarantee you it was out before. Maybe not much longer before, but it was out before.
Which one are you looking up? South Park?
I'm looking up South Park.
I'm looking up Family Guy.
All right, South Park.
I remember there was
original release August 13th, 1997. I think you're right because I think the Super Bowl was '98 that year for the Denver Broncos. Yeah. Or '99. It was '99.
First episode, 1999, January 31st.
Yeah, Super Bowl '99. I got the flu that day.
See, so
all right, it was a little bit before.
It was a couple years or a year and a half, almost 2 years. But anyways, regardless of which, South Park has some funny ass shit. It gets a little bit. They obviously put their own like little kind of preachy angles into it at times, but they also like just make fun of everybody on like super. Some super like literal ass, just fucked up like kind of lines of comedy that are hilarious and make sense, but they really go after everybody in many ways. So that takes us on to maybe our first subject. We got Keegan here, guest hosting with us today.
Yeah. We got our first subject. Speaking of characters people that look like South Park characters, we got Antonio Brown. Big news in the NFL. Antonio Brown traded yesterday. And to the Raiders for a 3rd and 5th round pick, restructured deal worth $50 million, 3 years with $30 million guarantee. How do you feel about Antonio Brown coming to your former or still team?
We're going to go with former. The Raiders have a notorious history of picking up like old veterans. Just to name a few: Jerry Rice when he left San Francisco, Bill Romanowski when he left. I forgot what team he left to come there. Who else? Damn it, Marshawn Lynch, Mike Allstott, Maurice Jones-Drew, Trent Richardson. And Carson Palmer. They always just have like a knack for picking up old, like alien and like over the hill type of players. I'm not saying Antonio Brown's over the hill. I'm just saying like they like picking up like those old players. It might be a good look. They might get some good decent numbers out of him. It depends on how their offensive line look, considering they just traded one of their offensive lines to the Jets. 2-time Pro Bowl, I forgot his name. And then they ended up...
they traded Kelechi Osemele.
Yeah. Traded him to the Jets. Depends if he actually bonds with Derek Carr.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
The one thing I would say is that he might bring in a actual like winning mentality to the Raiders. Just like Jarvis Landry came into the Browns as a pseudo or semi...
as a 7-9 type player. Yeah, he brought in a winning culture. The motherfuckers didn't bring no winning culture to that team, right?
I'm not pseudo winning culture.
7-9, man. That's better than 0 wins.
I'm gonna say
3-13.
Antonio Brown is about to realize that he is not in Pittsburgh anymore. Because he's going to be going to that black hole.
He just went from it. Yes.
He's going to go into that black hole, and he's going to deal with, a mediocre quarterback at best in Derek Carr, who's overpaid and cannot put the ball down the field and make reads on the fly like Ben Roethlisberger does. Nor do they have an offense. Now, he might be maximized because they're going to do a lot of quick routes, potentially going across the middle potentially more, but he's also going to be getting hit a lot more. So he's about to earn every dollar about him trying to do all these little short routes going through traffic.
Who's their second wide receiver? Who's like if he's
is it still Seth Roberts?
No, it's probably that motherfucker. What's his name? Jordy Nelson.
Jordy Nelson, yeah.
Washed up Jordy Nelson.
Add him to the list of washed up players.
But I'm gonna tell you this: Derek Carr is a garbage quarterback. Now, this is what we can talk about. We're talking about. Thank you. Shout out to Antonio Brown's sponsorship. Let's get some of that.
Ain't nothing you can sponsor Antonio Brown other than.
I'm trying to get
other than not buying condoms.
I'm trying to get some of that, some of his Instagram Live money because that fool is on there all day. He must be getting paid to be on there all day. There's no way he's not getting paid to be on Instagram Live as much as that fool is.
Antonio Brown probably look at himself on Instagram more than anybody else.
I think that's why he's doing it, but he's on Instagram Live a lot. Anyways, aside from that,
trying to think outside the NFL,
dude. Thank you, Antonio Brown, for allowing us to speak on a topic that I've been wanting to talk on and we just never get to. And that's Derek Carr and how he's a garbage-ass quarterback.
But I think...
Derek Carr is garbage. Derek Carr is garbage.
I think he can bring in... Because I've seen his work. I've seen Antonio Brown's workouts. He does have, like, a really, really intense workouts. And if he can actually bring even, like, a fraction of that to the Raiders and get Jordy Nelson back to who he was, get Seth Roberts to actually... be a decent wide receiver.
That can't happen. Only God can do that.
I think they can be good.
Only God can do that. He said he wasn't going to.
They still need to work on the run game. What's the name? They want Marshawn Lynch to come back, but I'm like, nah, we might as well get somebody better.
The Raiders are not in a good place. After the draft, they might be in a better place because they got 3 first-round picks. I'm gonna tell you this though.
But it's 3 first-round picks in a bad draft year.
Yeah, but no.
At least they didn't trade those for Antonio Brown. Well, it was a 3rd and a 5th pick.
There's gonna be some teams desperate for a quarterback, and the Raiders aren't necessarily desperate for a quarterback. Even though I think they should be a little bit more proactive about quarterback than they're going to be. Well, there's better quarterback prospects in the next couple of years, so they play out this Derek Carr experiment. Let that fool go when he proves that he can't lead a team and cannot beat a man, which he proved last year. I don't understand how everyone's like, man, you see how tight his stats are? He's one of the top quarterbacks in the league the last 6 weeks of the season. You saw how efficient he was and this, that, and the other. I'm like, did they win games? He was. Wait. My question is, a 3rd-string quarterback, Nick Mullins, came in and balled up. And now, granted, the defenses are different, so there is that to say. But you got balled up by a 3rd-string quarterback that wasn't expected to even be on the roster at the beginning of the year. Came out and balled you up, put up bigger numbers than you, and led his team to scoring I don't know, infinitely more points because y'all got shut out, I think. Or maybe y'all scored 3 points at the very end. All I know is that Derek Carr, you cannot handle the pressure of being a man. You wasted the talent of Amari Cooper. Dak Prescott made Amari Cooper look tight, and Dak Prescott is not known for throwing the ball that effectively or that accurately. Yet he was able to at least use him, unlike your weak ass. Because you want to force it into Michael Crabtree, or you want to say, I'm going to throw it to Seth Roberts. Well, the read is they're going to try and double team him, so I'm not even trying to get it to the best player on the field right now. I'm just going to force it to the weak dudes that are running out here by themselves. Like, no, that don't work because you ain't good enough. You garbage. You throwing the ball away. He threw the ball away on 4th down. Threw it away like, oh man, we got another play. We got another series. We'll get this back. That's garbage.
Jerry, is there a white quarterback you do like?
Yeah. His name is
Tony Brown just wanted money, it seems.
Yeah.
If he wanted to win, he would have stayed where he was at. He wanted money.
Okay, that begs the question: Is Ben Roethlisberger better than Derek Carr?
Yes, easily. And this is coming from a person that has on
and
this
he
podcast
hates him.
Went off on Ben Roethlisberger many times.
Name things Ben Roethlisberger is better at than Derek Carr.
First thing is throwing the ball. Second thing is throwing the ball down the field. That's like this is my top 5 things. So that'll be number 4. We're on 3.
Okay, number 3.
The third team he's probably better at avoiding pressure.
Scrambling, keeping the play alive. So number 3 is that. Number 2?
Number 2, winning football games.
Yeah.
And the number one thing he's better at than Derek Carr is raping women in bathrooms.
Wait.
So the only one thing he is better at, the only person that might be on this level is R. Kelly. R. Kelly and Ben Roethlisberger should get together and do an interview.
Damn!
With Gayle King, and then it should be a Harvey Weinstein production.
That's saying a lot. That is.
And then just to top it off, just put Aaron Grayson in there from last night.
Come on. I'm gonna tell you this. Derek Carr cried on the field this year, led his team to not being in games almost all the time, and then takes offense when media subjects who are out here, criticizing him and his heart and his ability, rightfully so based on what we've seen. Wants to be like, man, why don't we y'all want to fight me then? Like, yeah, Dana White, can we get a UFC league where athletes can fight people that talk trash about them, bro? Like, what kind of weak ass bullshit is that, bro? Like, if you really are the leader, you the highest paid player, undeservedly so. 2 players that are way better than you drafted ahead of you and were actually like hits on draft picks, which Reggie McKenzie, that's why when they traded those fools, like Reggie McKenzie is not gonna be here anymore. Because basically there was the only players that Reggie McKenzie like actually really hit on that were like actually quality star talent or quality players in the first rounds. Like those are his best draft picks, and you traded them away because you wanted to pay the quarterback and you wanted to pay the coach and you wanted to rebuild and try and go on with some new branding going into Vegas. The problem is that you are tying yourself to 2 people who are basically Conor McGregor and Ronda Rousey of this promotion, and y'all are about to have that shit blow up in your face. Just wait and see. Don't believe me, just watch. Shout out to Bruno Mars sponsorship.
Come on.
And Mark Ronson sponsorship.
I don't have faith in the Raiders. I really don't. I don't know. I'm not even sure what they're doing as an organization.
Mike Mayock out here balling.
They can't even solidify like an actual stadium that they're going to play in. Like, they try to move to AT&T Park, what's known as Oracle Park now.
Uh-huh.
Niners was like, nah, fuck that. Take your ass over back to the east side.
Yeah.
And then they still can't strike a deal with Oakland.
They say they're close, right? But it keeps getting held up.
That was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. I haven't seen anything.
That was my special Kiegan quick hitter. I had to take that off. Raiders.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to know how you felt about them staying in Oakland.
Nah, they ain't staying in Oakland.
If they stay in Oakland.
I think, here's the thing. The Raiders made a good deal to get Antonio Brown for a 3rd and a 5th. You didn't get it with first. You got an aging receiver who's over 30.
I'll take
and that. So you know what? 3rd and a 5th, you give that up. You have salary cap to spend because you got rid of any players that you need to actually pay. You've gotten rid of Kelechi Osemele now, so that's even another contract you're getting rid of. So they're really rebuilding. The only issue I have is that John Gruden historically has not been a coach that knows how to build a team. He pieced together a team of a lot of veterans, which is like
he's good at coaching veterans,
but developing talent. Like once those veterans kind of had their Super Bowl opportunity and they kind of fell off, Or like when he went to Tampa Bay, like he had the veterans. Once that team started losing some of their veterans, like he didn't know how to continue to develop that team, and it fell apart. That team got really bad really quickly.
And that's why I'm okay with the 3-year deal, because it's only 3 years. 3 years gonna go by.
For Antonio Brown?
Antonio Brown's about to be pissed off.
Yeah, he's gonna be pissed off.
Which is gonna create a bad culture in a negative place, a place that can't support negative.
Hey.
But then, like, why is he so happy about the Raiders? Like, I'm trying to figure out how the hell did they still.
He's just happy to get his money.
Is it? You think it's like just
it's money? It's just like when
when
Randy Moss first came. I was like, why was he happy? They had no quarterback. They didn't have anything when he
Add
came.
him to the list.
They had nothing when he came to Raiders, but he was happy because he left the bad situation. It was getting bad for him. The welcome was gone.
Oakland is literally a black hole for hope.
You know, the Oakland
and
Raiders,
veteran leadership.
The Oakland Raiders have become the the Anaheim Angels or California Angels of baseball. Bomani Jones once said that him and his boy used to always joke around how the Angels were a place where free agents go to die, right? You get your last huge paycheck, and then nobody hear from you again, right? They did the same thing with your boy Pujols. They've done it with Rod Carew, Reggie Jackson, everybody for years. This is the tradition. This is the Raiders tradition too. Yeah. Let's bring in old ass people. Before it used to work for them in the 70s, but now it don't work anymore.
What was it, Bruce Irvin, the defensive?
They brought in everybody from Seattle that Seattle no longer wanted. They brought in. They always get someone from Pittsburgh that Pittsburgh don't want. There's certain teams that are good at getting rid of people. You ever notice like Pittsburgh get rid of people and then you don't hear from them again? They might have one good year somewhere else and then never again. You're like, wow, that was a smart decision.
Can the Raiders sign Le'Veon Brown? Le'Veon Bell?
Maybe they got the money.
Do they?
They got money. They just got rid of.
Oh yeah, they did get rid of.
They got rid of everybody. Everybody they didn't even needed to pay is gone.
It's rather they can get him or he can go to the Jets. I've heard Jets a lot in talks, but
I think if the Raiders really wanna give Derek Carr a reason and no more excuses, they'll get Le'Veon Bell.
And
they haven't had a good running back.
And if he can't win with those players,
Le'Veon Bell.
If he can't even go, if he doesn't go 7-9, you get rid of Derek Carr right there.
And then Derek Carr last year choked. I'm not gonna say choked. He threw away so many games. Literally,
he's garbage.
On interceptions, on fumbles, on just like poor clock management. I'm like, bruh, just like take care of the ball.
Yeah.
No, Derek Carr is like notorious to me of being a player who does not have that kind of heart and that it factor to really be a leader. He's a kind of a front runner. He likes to like show out and be like, yeah, we ball out, we tight, like when everything's going well. But then when it starts to not go well, you see his demeanor change and it starts to tighten up, and then he struggles. And I seen it in college. I seen it in his first few years in the league. Like, and the only thing that I can say for him is that year he broke his back a couple years ago, where they were in the playoffs, they had a playoff chance. Like that was the one chance where I was like, that might have changed the trajectory. Maybe he was turning a corner and growing, but that injury and that loss of opportunity, either could have really solidified his trajectory or changed it. And I think it maybe did change it, but at the same time, I don't think he was necessarily ever going to be that dope or franchise quarterback in that way, where he's going to be like your leader that can carry your team when you need him to carry your team, and also like just be a consummate leader. Like he is not a leader that I want for my team based upon the way he interacts with the media right now, and just the way that, you know what I'm saying, like he doesn't take full responsibility in the best way he needs to. He's like, we're going to see who really wants to be here. No. Say, I'm going to get better because I'm sucking. And hopefully along the way, we'll figure out who's really about being here so we can get better. Because right now, Derek Carr, you don't seem like you're really about being here.
Okay. You said all that, but that sounds like you're talking about LeBron James right now. That sounds like you're talking about LeBron James.
Why does that sound like LeBron James when LeBron James won titles?
Hey, I'll tell you this. Derek Carr, you are essentially, all you about to be is the next Ryan Tannehill.
Give him one more year.
Ryan Tannehill gets one more year in Oakland. Okay, let's do this.
No. Ryan Tannehill? No.
Who's better, Derek Carr or Ryan Tannehill?
Shoot, that's a tough one, man. It depends. Like, both of them need everything to be perfect around them, and both of them seem to be pretty good when everything's perfect around them. But I'll probably say Derek Carr has better upside than Ryan Tannehill as a thrower, but Ryan Tannehill is probably just as good as Derek Carr currently.
I got Ryan Tannehill ranked below Tim Tebow.
Come on.
Damn.
I can see that too.
I'd rather have Tim Tebow than Ryan.
I'd rather have Tim Tebow than Derek Carr.
I would too.
I'd rather, you know, at least.
I'd rather have Derek Carr.
Nah, you're going to have Jesus on your side.
I'd rather have Derek Carr.
Tim Tebow at least can win and get you in the playoffs. He can't throw, but he can get you in the playoffs.
Yeah, he get you in the playoffs.
He don't choke away the game.
Yeah, he gonna be able to get at least manufacture a field goal going against Nick Mullins, a third string quarterback, on his first start ever.
Tebow can't throw. So
he can't throw, but you know what? When the game get tight, he'll still know how to make a good throw.
He'll manufacture.
He'll somehow manufacture a good throw or a good thing.
He'll do something.
Derek Carr can't.
Derek Carr will throw it away on fourth down, and be like, "Oh man, pressure came, I should have thrown it away."
Or he'll throw some 3-yard pass.
Stand in and throw the fucking ball to somebody.
Threw the ball away hard.
Is this one of your triggers? I think Derek Carr's
one of his triggers. I think that's his trigger.
Oh man.
Tim Tebow, we need him.
1 knee is for the team, 2 knees is for Jesus.
If anything, what I'm afraid of, and I'm ultimately afraid of, is that the Raiders are going to sign Blake Bortles. Because he's the free agent now, because he just got cut by the Jags.
Don't be no goddamn fool now.
Yeah, that's too late for that. It's too late for that.
Oh my God.
They're going to sign him to like a backup. I remember once when the Raiders had like 3 backups and like they were all garbage. They were all hot garbage.
Yeah, no, you can't have him. No. All right. Well, let's get to this LeBron thing because now you got me in my interest peak. You're saying that Derek Carr sounds like LeBron
right now.
Right now.
Why is that?
I kind of agree with you, but I think from everything that you can say about LeBron, is LeBron has proven it and been there and done it. Derek Carr has never been there and done it, and he's acting as though he's being unduly ridiculed. LeBron is going to take the ridicule, but also LeBron is also going to be on Snapchat Live or Instagram Live talking about, man, you know, it's a great honor, you know, but you all get these W's, you know. Actually, not no W's, but I'm getting records right now, you know. It's an honor, you know. I'm over here sitting in barbershops, hanging out with the homies, you know what I'm saying, doing my thing over here, you know what I'm saying, talking about each other, trying to make jokes about each other, and we all laugh at each other's jokes when we ain't that funny. But, you know, I'm really focused on our heart of how we're playing in these games right now. So I just want to make sure that everyone knows, like, I'll take the heat because I've been there. And no matter what, at the end of the day, I'm going to be rich and you probably still going to be broke. So it's all good. And that's LeBron James right now.
It is,
so
it is a lot of glazing in that show.
Dude, it's so much
they just be glazing each other. I'm like, dude, you know what, this, I can't, you know, someone at work always be sending me like, oh, here's the shop. You should watch this. It's good. And I can't watch it. It's just too much glazing.
They don't even have I heard the other thing is they don't really have like anybody who's like a mediator who can like push the conversation along.
No, so
that's what you need.
Sometimes just stay in some weird place or just some place where it's just like, man, this conversation ain't going nowhere. It's just them. Each person is glazing themselves.
I was listening.
Person saying, yeah.
Okay, so does it seem like he's focusing more on after basketball more than in basketball? So like his career after basketball more than he's actually like focusing on the actual basketball.
Yeah.
Because his teammates don't like him. He's facing a pretty severe injury for the first time.
Yeah.
And he might miss the playoffs for the first time in years.
Yeah, I think he is. Well, why did he move to LA in the first place? Everyone kind of has already talked about that. He moved to LA because there's opportunities for him to get into further developing and expanding his media platform and his media company, his media production company.
But he can do that from Cleveland.
But no, like you can.
And he's been doing it from Cleveland.
Hey, it's like either we can do this through email or I get you tickets. You come to the game and we'll talk after the game. We'll get this. We'll get this
lunch.
deal. Yeah, like people ain't like
first week out
these
there.
LA execs is like the middle of winter. You want to fly where?
Yeah, they not
the butt fucking Cleveland. No, nigga.
Yeah, like he's going. His first week out there, he was like every time you look up, he was having like a power lunch with like producers.
There's so much money, so like many contacts out there.
Yeah, it's a lot easier. You in that game, you got like I had a ex and her roommate was a dancer, and she was teaching out here at the Oakland School of Arts. But she also, you know, she would get like some dance things to be in and all that. And then after like 3 years of living out, she's like, I gotta go to LA. Like it's too much going on there for me to be here trying to fly back and forth or get in something here. It's like, yeah, so I think he did make that move for his future outside of basketball, but I think he was still working on his legacy in basketball. I think there's a problem. I think he's the problem is, you know, I like him to link. Go ahead and hit that magic moment button because I'm already fucking up. I like to link LeBron and Jared real close, liken them to each other.
Okay.
Right? So like Jared's an older millennial who has a problem with younger millennials.
What?
Right? Because even though they still have a lot in common, there's some differences, and now he's struggling. See, here's the thing about older millennials like LeBron.
Okay.
When they came in, they were working with millennials that were their own age and still Generation X. So they picked up a lot of Generation X habits. So even the ones they're working with that's along their age, even though they might have some millennial habits, they have some Generation X habits, so we could do it.
So like
but now those Gen X, there's only 2 guys in Gen X in the league right now. There's only 2 guys, Dirk Nowitzki and Vince Carter.
Oh shit, yeah.
They're the only Gen X guys in the league, and they ain't been with LeBron either. And so I think now he's that older millennial dealing with these younger millennials who are like, you know, he's like, fuck, man, they don't know shit about being a professional, about doing this, about this or that. And he doesn't know how to talk to him either, right? So he's just really fucking up.
He fucking up big time.
What? So they hate him. He hates them. I don't think it's hate. I think they just can't work with each other.
I think LeBron is past the point in his career also where he's the player that works and builds helps build the talent around him. I think he did that for a lot of years in Cleveland. His first go around in Cleveland, where he had mediocre players and he helped make mediocre players way more effective. But at this point in his career, he doesn't want to go through the growing pains of that with young players anymore. That's why in Cleveland he mastermind bringing in all these vet dudes because he wants guys that are like, you know your role, you're set with what your role is, and you're not going to sit here and think that there's more to your game or needs to be more to your game than what your role is.
Yeah, he knew the James Jones. He's like, okay, I know.
Kyle
all
Korver,
these guys
James Jones.
are Kyle Korver, Jones, everybody.
Even
brought
J.R.
in.
Smith.
He's like, look, they are limited on what they can do.
Iman Shumpert.
The young guys are up here, but they play like they down here, or sometimes they're up here, sometimes they're here.
I got a question for y'all then. Who has LeBron James mentored that actually is like a really good player right now from the beginning?
I don't think he mentored anybody.
No, none of them were that good. That's the point.
Anybody.
Yeah. So is he actually gonna mentor and like is he actually good at developing talent?
No. He was good at accentuating the talent around him.
Accentuating their game on the court.
Yeah, helping their game be better. Like
he's like Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson didn't mentor anybody either. Magic Johnson was just on the court. He was good at making you look better than you were.
Yeah, LeBron's not going to develop talent, and he's at the point in his career where he doesn't want to do that anymore. He can't do that anymore. He doesn't feel like he has the energy or time, whatever, because he's doing all these other things. He's not going to sit there and get these young players who have some of them have really high ceilings potentially to be really good players, probably better than some of the players a good amount of the players he's already played with.
The Lakers squad was better than the team he had last year.
Yeah, but the issue is it's young. It's not where it could be, and LeBron does not have the patience to be like, you guys have to learn how to play with me, and I got to learn how to play with you.
You don't have the patience right now for him.
He came in and was like, I've been to the finals 8 straight years, whatever, 7 straight years. I'm gonna show you. Follow my lead, and this is how we're gonna do it.
And
those guys
act like idiots.
They're not ready to mess with him, and he's not ready to mess with them.
I would say that
they also had injuries.
That is an age thing. That is a super age thing because when he first got with Kyrie, like they butted heads, and then even like his last year there, they butted heads like fiercely. And then now that Kyrie's in Boston, he's dealing with the same thing that LeBron is dealing with. Like I got all these young players, and like they don't want to learn the game. They think they know everything. So I think it's an age. I think it's also an age thing. Like Lonzo Ball, like if he feels like he knows everything. His dad's not helping. Kyle Kuzma, he's developing into a bright, good star. And I think LeBron as soon as he came in, or as soon as he said that I'm going to LA, it hurt and it killed all of them.